In light of current events, we give our view for the duration of this crypto winter. 1 billion Bitcoin withdrawn from Binance, 1.6 million ETH withdrawn from exchanges. Binance says it will set up a new crypto industry recovery fund. Non-custodial versus custodial wallets. What's the difference? And we dive in. Hello and welcome to the Assets of Value podcast. Today, on 14th November, we connect every day to give an industry insider's perspective on crypto, Web3, and NFT topics. We are the founders of Assets of Value, a Web3 research organization. We aim to discuss, inform, and share opinions of the hottest Web3 topics. Our podcast is not to be taken as legal or financial advice. Abe, Monday morning, let's jump straight into it. How are the markets treating us today?
Hey Shwab, how's it going, man? The market is pretty much dumping right now. And since ZC posted a well appreciated post about building a crypto resilience fund, that has pulled the market. And still, the market is trading below 17K region. And this is a big thing for Bitcoin, right? Because most of the altcoins, they have not dipped yet. And the market is pretty much affecting Bitcoin only. And this is a terrible situation right now. But at the same time, this is a big opportunity for those who believe in Bitcoin for the long term. Elon Musk has rightly said that Bitcoin is cool, Bitcoin is okay, but the crypto window might be longer than we expect. I mean, we have explained the situation to our members like long ago because we think that the bear market might extend further because the macro environment and or the geopolitical situations is not getting any better. And when you see the richest man in the world believing in cryptocurrency openly and saying that Bitcoin will have its time sooner or later, I think this is a big endorsement for crypto and all those who believes in crypto. And let me tell you something straight. Let me share this thing with everyone. If you have survived the FTX crash, you are amazing. And if you lost funds in FTX crash, don't worry, you will make it back because crypto gives us enough opportunities to make it all back. I mean, as a victim of the 2020 crypto COVID crash, I lost most of my funds trading and then I made it all back. This is how it works, and you just have to have this confidence and this resilience and persistence, and crypto will reward you accordingly.
Some perfect positive vibes on a Monday morning. That is much needed, Abe. So rather than saying how long is this crypto winter going to last, let's take it from a factual perspective, looking at on-chain data, buy walls. You mentioned that this is maximum buy opportunities. There's been a number of severe crashes, Luna, Celsius, and other big DeFi platforms coming down and other catastrophic crypto related events. If we survive this, then that will make us stronger. And you shared a bit of your story saying that you've come back again and made it work. I'm seeing that sentiment across Twitter that if we've survived this crash and you're still here, we are going to make it. But it's always difficult to give a timeline on how long a winter will last. But from a data perspective and a buy wall perspective, surely the bottom cannot be too far. I mean, I don't think we'll ever see 3.5K Bitcoin ever again because there's stronger buy walls at 10, 12, and maybe even 15. What's your opinion on this?
Okay, the biggest buy wall in crypto right now is at 15.8K. That's pretty close right now. And we saw a humongous jump from 15.8K just straight out of the box. And it readily coincided with ZZ's tweet about his new fund. But still, we can see a big buy wall at 15.8K because that's the area of minor capitulation. And we should be careful around that region because once it breaks, the buy walls are set at 14K. And there's this free fall situation that can occur that might not occur, but we have to be as pessimist as we are optimist. And I think if we break down 15.8K and we close the daily candle down below 15.8K, then it's highly probable that we'll see and revisit 14K. And if it happens, Schwab, it will be a generational buying opportunity for sure. I'm seeing other buy walls also, these macro and micro buy walls. these are spread around 11K to 14K. So if you are expecting to buy Bitcoin below 10K, that's a big bet, and you might not even see it flourishing.
Well, certainly it feels like we are close to the bottom because 10K isn't that far from 15. That could happen in a flash and we go up from here. But we don't know how long it could grind down to that level. Interesting. I'm seeing the same sentiment where anywhere between 14, 12, and 10 is a generational buying opportunity for anyone who believes in crypto for the long run. Before we move over to Binance and CZ's industry recovery fund, there's been a huge amount of withdrawals of coins from exchanges. Usually, we see such activities when a bull run is about to begin, where coins are being taken off exchanges to be transferred to cold storage. Is it the same case today? Or have we lost confidence in the exchanges? The outflows have hit a historic high as investors move into self custody. Is it because of the trust, or is it because of the sentiment that the bottom is nearly here?
I think it's both at the same time, because most of the crypto OGs think that the bottom is already in. It might be at 15K or it might be at 14K, but the bottom is already in. And but the macro environment, I mean the macro environment, doesn't instill confidence in buyers and traders, because one by one all these centralized exchanges are failing. I mean, I have close connection with a few of the centralized exchanges, and I can see their revenue has decreased, and the only option they have right now is by leverage trading, offering high leverages, trying to manipulate the market to catch all the liquidations, etc. So I know the space is difficult. Market is getting difficult for everyone, especially the centralized exchanges. And you know what? Crypto.com, a well-reputed, a well-spending exchange, has 20% of its reserves in Shiba Inu. Can you believe that, Shop? Because if you see Binance or any other exchanges, they hold their maybe 20%. That's one fifth of their assets in maybe stable coins or Bitcoin or Ethereum. But Crypto.com is holding 20% in Shiba Inu. This is big news, man. And that's why investors are putting their funds from Crypto.com.
You can't take it seriously. You can't take it seriously if a well reputable company or a crypto exchange has got its 20%, that's one fifth of its funds in a meme coin. That's almost laughable. There's no fundamental reasoning why that should be. Surely that's an indication of how they see their risk management. Granted, there's a view that they are targeted to retail customers and it's retail that often go for these meme type coins, but surely more responsibility needs to be have had around the risk appetite for such for the heads of these exchanges. Would you agree?
I definitely agree. And let me add one more thing to that. The same exchange, Crypto.com, accidentally, mistakenly withdraw a lot of Ethereum. We are talking the size of millions to Gate.io just accidentally. And they then try to recover the funds from Gate.io, and they claim that they have already recovered the funds. And you see these kind of irresponsible activities and actions from a centralized exchange doesn't inspire confidence from retailers as well. So we might see a centralized exchange blowout in the near future. That means most of the centralized exchange, including Gate, Huobi, all the big names, they can fail. And I request all of you who are listening to us, just withdraw your funds to your hardware wallets. And if you don't have a hardware wallet, that's fine. You can just create a MetaMask account, or you can create a Trust Wallet account and just do it. Just withdraw, just hold your keys and be responsible for your own funds.
We'll move into that just after we've spoken about the industry recovery fund. But I would certainly agree with you. Over the weekend, I took my holdings off crypto.com. I'm not there to spread any FUD, but what I am doing is taking responsibility and taking ownership of what's important to me. So if you do want to keep updated with the latest goings on, either join our Telegram group or monitor us on Twitter, where we share advice, breaking news, and answer general questions to those that are following us and our fans. So, yeah, that's an alpha tip right there. I'd have to agree. It is an indication of distrust or more responsibility, a reaction of current events coinciding with a potential bottom of the crypto market. I think the outflows coming off these exchanges, it's never usually one single event. It's usually a combination of one or two. And I think that's the perfect recipe right now. Moving on to this industry recovery fund, what is it with CZ? Is he trying to be this knight in shining armor? Is it a genuine amicable act, or is he trying to get a monopoly? So he has put out a tweet that is suggesting to reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX. Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong but in a liquidity crisis. They will be releasing more details soon, but in the meantime, CZ is encouraging project owners and project teams to contact Binance Labs to see if they qualify. What do you think regarding this latest move around the industry recovery fund that CZ is pulling off right now?
ZZ is clearly trying to get a monopoly in the centralized exchange space because now he knows that most of his competitors are failing and most of his competitors doesn't have enough liquidity to cover all their withdrawals. So that's the fact because CZ knows the market and he's a clever businessman. But the fund, I think it has its good intentions as well. The recovery fund is aimed at just compensating victims of these crashes, unforeseen events, etc. I don't know how it can be enforced in a volatile market like crypto. Crypto is as volatile as it gets, right? And it might be pretty difficult for CZ or anyone to just enforce that one into action. I mean, real action. But still, I appreciate the effort. CZ is trying to be the savior of a sinking ship. I don't necessarily mean that the crypto is sinking. Crypto is not. Crypto is the future of technology. Crypto is the future of money. But the ship that is centralized exchanges, that's falling for sure. That's drowning for sure. I don't know how long it will take to just figure out everything for the centralized exchanges because they have to make their revenue too. They have their expenditure as well. But it's a possibility, and CC is just trying to prevent that. He just want to save his company, Binance, and maybe save potentially others as well. Yeah, this is a positive news after all. Let's just rejoice that at least somebody is doing something.
It does feel like CZ is trying to be a central exchange or a centralized crypto exchange in terms of providing liquidity to all those that are in need, almost like a central bank in our current financial setup. So yeah, there is that kind of connotation for me, but I'm glad that somebody has enough liquidity and is trying to do something amicable. I just hope that there's not a sinister side to this. We know that monopolies do exist and have existed for a number of time, have existed throughout times. It needs somebody to take ownership of this, and CZ is putting himself forward for that. Moving on, and we are quickly fast approaching out of time. We've got to touch on wallets and how our users can safeguard themselves. If you could kind of unpack those for us in terms of the different options, surely we are encouraging users not to keep their crypto on exchanges in light of recent events. But what options are there for our user base?
Of course, there are custodian wallets and semi-custodian wallets and these centrally occupied wallets. For example, let me make it simple for you. If you create a MetaMask account or if you create a Trust Wallet account, that means you are owning the funds. That's non-custodian funds because nobody else is taking ownership and responsibility for your assets. And that's the best way forward for crypto users, all of them. Because when you're holding your own keys, there's no possibility. I mean, it does have the capacity to get hacked if you store your keys in Telegram or like a text message or something. But as long as you take necessary precautions, that is storing your keys in a paper and storing that paper in a safe. If you just follow the good practices, your crypto is as safe as possible. But instead, you can go for semi-custodian option. That is, you can maybe make a contract with some agencies and like Bitco. and they will store half of your keys and let you store half of the other keys. And like for example, you have a 24 word key phrase, and BitGo will store 12 words for you, and you will store your 12 words, and together you can hold the funds safely because nobody will have the access to funds in a go. And even if your wallet gets hacked, the hacker won't be able to withdraw your funds. And that's a pretty good approach, but I still believe non-custodian options are better. These custodian options, that means your crypto is with centralized entities like Voyager, like Binance, like KuCoin, all these centralized exchanges. Because in exchange for your username and password, you are getting a numerical system that's merely tracking your assets. If you think about it, you are not actually holding your crypto. You don't have your crypto with you. That is the ultimate thing. And I think the best way is to move forward with non-custodian options. Like hold your keys, man. You're grown up and you're wise enough to invest in crypto. And why don't you hold your key? That's the best approach.
So that message is not only to me, but to everyone listening and everyone in the industry. Custodial, non-custodial wallets, software, hardware, just make sure that you are the owner of these and take full custody of your crypto. As always, it's been super fun. I'm glad you were able to jam with us today. That's it. Until next time, thank you everybody, and we're signing off.